So I'm Claire Barrington-Jones and I'm Group Sales Director at Borrow. So we plan to really stand out in the bridging finance market, and that's because we have the ability to lend against luxury assets as well as property. So we've been in the industry for 6 years lending against luxury assets, and now we've launched bridging. We can use luxury assets and property to get clients where they need to be. Our cross-collateralisation is going to be a real USP for our property offering as well. Currently, a lot of our financing to date has really been for property transactions, so where other lenders or brokers have a shortfall and they use our services to top up that shortfall. Maybe there's an LTV issue, maybe there's a shortfall for legal fees. So now we've launched in the property market, we can start doing that all ourselves. So a client can come to us, they can lend against their property, they can also lend against the cars that are safely away in storage, they can lend against their watches, their luxury jewellery, and that's very different. There's no one out there that can do that. If I had to sum up Borrow in just one sentence, I would say we are the online lending platform for luxury assets and property. I'm really hoping the Financial Professional Show today will introduce us to a whole new wealth of contacts. You know, we're interested in meeting brokers, lenders, packagers. We're interested in meeting anyone that has experience in this industry for a number of reasons. The first is to listen to their views on the industry and try and soak up a little bit of the market knowledge out there, because there's a lot of really experienced people here today. But in addition to that, it's how do we make new contacts? How do we meet people that we build business with? So there's kind of two things. We're hoping that the Financial Professional Show will bring us lots of new contacts, lots of new relationships. We're hoping to meet with brokers, packagers and lenders and just really listen to market expertise out there. I think trade exhibitions are really key in today's market. You've got everyone that matters under one room in this industry. So it's just absolutely imperative that these things happen and people continue to support them. Well, the Financial Professional Show is really the only one of these shows that is held in Olympia, and Olympia is a really iconic venue to hold one of these shows at. It's a really nice space, and I actually think the space makes a big difference to these sort of shows. So I think that for me is the biggest difference.
I'm Martin Gilsonen, Sales Director at Omni Capital. Omni are unapologetically London-centric, and there are a number of reasons for this, and I'd like to cover and expand on the opportunities that exist in London today. London is one of the few global cities that attract international inward investment. It's underpinned by surety of title, the rule of law, and it's seen as a safe haven for these reasons. It's a global time zone sweet spot. The more technology expands, the more interlinked the global economy becomes. That becomes a key factor where London is situated between the east coast of the US and the Far East. Culturally, London is attractive for a number of reasons. Internationally famous schools and universities, 5 Premiership football teams, and plenty to offer in respect of food, culture, museums and so on. So there are very many reasons why London's expanded its global reach and welcomed foreign capital post-credit crunch. The trends we've identified in the development sector and some of the challenges in that market are that the market in development almost went from debt to equity overnight following the crash of 2007 and 8. The bank's deleverage has allowed us the opportunity to move into that space. The opportunities are very real. The bank's exit from the market has allowed funders that are well equipped with strong balance sheets like Omni Capital to step in and actually take the place of long-term banking relationships that unfortunately have counted for nothing over the last 5 or 6 years. Going forward, there are challenges facing the development sector, such as inexperienced developers and inexperienced lenders coming into that market looking to grab market share by undercutting the competition and reducing rates. The challenge for us is that we continue to price risk accurately. Well, what we're hoping to get out of the 2015 Finance Professional Show, stimulating conversation, meeting some old friends and making some new ones. We're at a stage in our development where we love taking part in the FP show. The footfall is very strong. It's a big event for the London and the South East broker community. Trade exhibitions still play an important role in today's market. Despite super fast technology, people do business with people. So from our perspective, they are important as long as they represent value for the exhibitors. What sets the Finance Professional Show apart from other exhibitions is that it's an iconic venue in Olympia Central London. It's one day. We support just two exhibitions, the NACFB Expo in Birmingham and the FP Show, for the simple reason that they meet all of our needs.
I'm Gary Bailey of Together, Sales Director. Here at Together, we've recently gone through a rebrand, a major rebrand, where we brought a number of successful brands all together under one banner. It's been received extremely well with the marketplace and our partners. We did engage with them early on, right throughout the process, so they've actually formed part of it. So Together, it's quite apt that Together won the day. As a UK-wide lender, it's very important that the education of the broker market continues, particularly as we head into the European Mortgage Credit Directive next year. I think there's lots of opportunities. The growth of the market has been excellent over the last couple of years, but I think education needs to come through. We need to support the brokers. We need to get them to understand the products and services that are available in the specialist lending market to make sure that they do meet the needs of their clients. As Together here at the Financial Professional Show 2015, we're looking to obviously help embed the new brand that we've brought into the market under Together, and also to meet some of the existing partners, our business partners who we work very closely with today, but also explain and educate some of the new people that we'll meet here today. So it should be exciting times for us. We do enjoy doing the shows because you meet so many different variety of people, and each and every one of them has a different case or a situation that they're trying to resolve, and often we're able to at least point them in the right direction and maybe support them in meeting their clients' needs. So here at the show, it's great to meet up with some of our existing partners who we work very closely with. But it's also nice to meet new people who we've not met before, and obviously help embed our Together brand and to help educate them to what we can do, but also help solve them some of the issues or some of the problems that they have with cases for their clients, to meet their clients' needs. Trade exhibitions, I believe, play a big part in the marketplace. Obviously, shows like this, it's not just about the lenders and the people and the clients that are coming here, but also some of the seminars that are held to help support the market and educate people to it. Across the broad breadth of all the marketplace, it's so important to get people to network, share ideas, and look for opportunities and share those opportunities. So, I think they're a major part of the industry as we move forward. I believe that trade exhibitions in today's market are very important, not just for exhibitors and attendees to be able to share ideas and opportunities, but also be able to attend seminars which do focus them on how the market is progressing and what they need to focus on. I think that the opportunities and ideas that are shared here in networking events such as this are so important for the future of this market, and certainly in the coming years we're going to play a major part of it. For a trade event to be good, I think it's very important that you have a broad breadth of exhibitors here across all the different market sectors, all the secured lending from equity release to secured loans to development finance, bridging finance, commercial finance and mortgages. And it's so important that broad spectrum is there. But also it's important that you've got the seminars here that will help educate people to what the market is looking like today and what it's going to look like in the future, but also help provide them with ideas of what they need to take away and put back into their business. The other thing as well is the networking is that we've got a great event at the Financial Professional Show. It's a big room, it's well attended, it's over one day. I think it's a real plus for the market and for the industry.
I'm Russell Gould. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of EasyBob Limited, which is trading as Everline and EasyBob. So Everline was purchased by EasyBob Limited around 7 months ago, and we've joined the two businesses now very well together. We're growing very, very quickly. As far as expansion plans go, we're hoping to continue to grow at the pace that we are, hopefully accelerate that a little bit into 2016, and continue with our support of the intermediary market. So intermediaries are a very important part of our business. We've always worked closely with intermediaries. We see them as an integral part of our ability to show our wares across the SME space. and we will continue to work with them going forward and listen to them, understand what they need from us, and hopefully build products that suit their requirements and their customers' requirements. So this show is fantastic for us because it's an opportunity for us to talk to a lot of intermediaries all in one go. As you can see, we've got the whole team down here, we've got a great display, and our hope is to just engage with as many intermediaries as possible and talk to them about what we have to offer and how we can help them. I think the show is very professional. You can see by the attendees that it is a class act. It's brought in definitely the right kind of lenders, and from what we've seen so far this morning, we've got absolutely the brokers that we want to talk to and the intermediaries we want to talk to. So it's perfect for us.
I'm Karen Bennett from Shawbrook Bank, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Director of the Commercial Division. How we try and maintain our position as a better alternative to the high street is by being focused on the customer, understanding that customer and the needs and the wants of that customer, and trying to build a product suite that satisfies those needs and deliver a service for intermediaries that means that we can deliver on what those customers are expecting from us. So for us, it's about service delivery and giving them products that meets their expectations. How Shawbrook Bank maintains its position as a better alternative to the high street is being totally focused on the customer, the end customer, understanding them, working with our brokers to understand what their needs are and what their wants are, and making sure that we have the product suite and we deliver a service that means that the customer gets what they want at the right price, but also at the right speed and with the right journey. Intermediaries are core to the Shawbrook proposition. We've worked with them since inception, we work very, very closely with them, and we consider them partners within our business. They understand the clientele, they get us that clientele and bring it into us, so it's imperative that we listen to them and understand what it is that those customers want. It's also important that we listen to them with regards to what things we can do better, because we need to be focused on delivering for our brokers because they rely on us to deliver for their customers. Shawbrook are hoping to get a lot out of the 2015 FP show. All of these shows in previous years have been really beneficial. It's a great opportunity with a great atmosphere to speak to a lot of brokers to understand what's happening in their business and update them on what's happening in ours. It's also lovely to see lots of friendly faces and have lots of conversations about new business. Shawbrook Bank are hoping to get a lot out of the show. We're hoping to see lots of our brokers and lots of new brokers to talk about what's happening in their business and update them on what's happened in ours over the last few months. It's also important we get a chance to listen to their feedback on what things are mattering to them at the moment, and just have a really nice chance to just catch up with everybody. It's a very friendly and fun atmosphere, it's very bubbly and vivacious, so it's just nice to be able to see everybody and just catch up. Shawbrook Bank hope to get a lot out of the show. We love meeting intermediaries, spending lots of time. It's a very bubbly, really fun show where there's lots of energy, so it's great to just be able to get together, talk through new business, talk through existing deals, find out what's happened within their business, but also update them on what's happening within ours, and take the opportunity to listen at what things we can look to get better at and improve on. So it's just a lovely opportunity to all get together and talk about business while it's still so positive and strong. Trade exhibitions play an important role in today's market. People are busy, and trying to get time in everybody's diary to sit down on a one-to-one basis and talk around your business and sell your wares as such is quite a lot to ask of brokers. So to be able to have an exhibition where they can set a day aside in the diary to come in and see a multitude of people talk about a multitude of different scenarios really makes a difference. And this market is around the brokers. It's about making sure that we can service them and provide them with the service that they need. So it's essential that this market is focused on the intermediaries and making sure that we satisfy their needs. And a trade show is a great opportunity to do that because they get to just have one day out of the diary and they get to see a multitude of different lenders and product providers and be able to walk around and talk about a multitude of different scenarios and deals, and that's far better for them from a time perspective than having to see every single lender that's here for an hour, hour and a half at their own convenience. So when you're talking about specific deals, it's great to do that on a one-to-one basis, but actually sometimes you want to talk about expanding your business and understanding what others are doing in the market. And we respect that brokers are very, very busy. They get lots of emails every single day updating them on what lenders are doing, and this is just a great opportunity to spend a day fact-finding and understanding where all the different lenders in the market are at. All trade exhibitions are exciting. I think the FP show specifically has got a real good vibe about it. Everybody that's here is very bubbly. I think you can probably hear in the background the noise here is fantastic. There's lots of business being done, there's lots of deals being spoken about, and I think it's something that every broker tries to make time in their diary to attend. It feels like a very important show for the brokers, and that's ultimately the main thing. I think the other side is there's lots of people getting together that like one another, and actually that's important in business, to be able to spend time with people that you like and respect, and enjoy getting together and catching up with. All trade shows are really important for the broker market. I think the FP show stands out on the basis that it just feels like a very friendly show. It feels like a show that's full of noise and energy and drive, and people are very committed, and there's lots of great conversations happening about new deals, and there's just a really good atmosphere, and I think that's what sets it apart, that kind of atmosphere that you feel, the buzz and the energy within the room.
Yeah, so I'm Dimitri Zabjala, Head of Sales at Dragonfly Property Finance. We are going through a transitionary phase at present. We wanted to launch it here at the Finance for Professionals show. It's our move from being Dragonfly Property Finance into Octopus, or part of Octopus Property, but at the same time nothing's really changing, and that's what we're trying to get across today, is that whilst we are transitioning, the same things that made us a success we have been now for 6 years will continue and hopefully grow with Octopus Property moving forward. So we're owned by Octopus Investments, and we've always been owned by Octopus. Well, we've been funded rather by Octopus Investments, and they bought us a couple of years ago. So for us, it's very much business as usual, and it felt like the natural progressive step to take. The secret to our success to date really has been built around doing what we say we're going to do. We find that our brokers look for us to deliver certainty, and we've done that now for years. We've proven with a loan book of over 600 million. We've lent over 1.6 billion since we started trading. And the reason why we've lent so much money is because brokers and clients keep coming back again and again and again. Because when we say we're going to do something, we follow through and deliver. This, we find, is the opportunity to meet as many people as you possibly can. For us as well, it was a chance to us to bring our commercial team here today, our new development team here today, as well as our entire sales force who've been around. Alongside that, we've had some credit managers who made an appearance as well. So for us, it was really a chance to say, look, we're here, there's a lot of us, we want to lend more than ever, and even with the transition that we're going through, we're in a position to grow beyond that. I still personally think that trade shows in today's market play a massive part. There's no two ways about it. That we can have as many email campaigns or advertising that you want to do, but for me, where we really get business done within the short-term finance industry is meeting with our partners face to face. Trade shows are the time where you can have as many meetings with people as you could do potentially over a whole 6-month or 12-month period when you're out on the road or out seeing people. And trade shows are an opportunity for us to, say, interact with our peer group, but more importantly, meet all our brokers and see what they're up to and share where we can help them. So for me, this is the show to be at, because firstly, it's size. You only have to look around to see every major lender is here. Pretty much every major broker is here, either with a stand or here seeing the other lenders that are here today. It's the one that people want to be at. It's the Oscars of the trade shows in our industry.
My name is Luke Juice, and I head up the property finance and broker introduced channels at Funding Circle. I think how Funding Circle is maintaining its position at the forefront of the market is through expansion. So we now are the world's true global marketplace lender, and we have a presence in the United States, the UK, Germany, Spain, and the Netherlands. I think how we also stay at the forefront is by innovation and making sure our experience, both from a borrower and investor point of view, is world class. And then I think it's just scalability and making our presence and our brand more well known in the geographies that we operate in. So we envisage the peer-to-peer sector to become very mainstream. If you take outside of us, companies like Morgan Stanley are saying that marketplace lending by 2029 will be $290 billion. And our current run rate on lending is about $120 million per month. So I think that gives you a good idea of the scalability of this type of business model. I think the Financial Professional Show is an excellent way to really keep your finger on the pulse in terms of what's happening in the SME lending space in the UK. I think trade expos have always played and will continue to play an important role, not only from a networking point of view, but just to understand what the current climate in the market is, and just to see how other players in the market are evolving their product offering. I think what sets the Finance Professional Show apart is the location. I think is fantastic, right in the heart of London. The setup is very, very good, and I think there's an element of professionalism that sets it apart from other shows out there.
So hi, it's John Davis of Just Cashflow and Just Bridging. It's true, we have been championing directors actually getting more qualified before they're allowed to be directors. Impact, it can only be good for both the economy and the directors themselves, because you don't know what you don't know, and therefore actually going out and running a company without knowing the real nitty-gritty basics means you're putting yourself in danger, and also maybe your customers and employees as well. So therefore education should be something we should be driving home across the UK. So Just Cashflow last year, Just Bridging this year, both subsidiaries of the parent, the Just Loans Group PLC. Again, this is all about channel marketing. As you know, at the FP show, most of the visitors are in the bridging community, are in the bridging space, so therefore it is easier for them to recognise who we did and what we did for them. So it's a question of what do they recognise, and therefore giving something to them they recognise. Well, this show, as it was last year, and the shows we do with the NSCFB are for one good thing, to show people we are here, meet existing customers because they want to see you here as well, and to meet some old faces and friends within the industry. And again, you've got new players, new people, so it's a good focal point for everybody to get together maybe once or twice a year. The role of trade exhibitions, well again, we're in the digital age, but we're also very busy people as well, and trying to differentiate, on a web or similar isn't personal. And I think so much of this business is personal. It's all about personalities, relationships, and that's where good business tends to come from. So trade shows like this, I think, are good for both the customer and good for the people who are exhibiting at the show as well. So why exhibit at the FP show? Well, it's all about relationships. We need, as human beings, to actually interact with one another, and this industry is all about relationships. People you know, people you trust, people you can do business with. So it's good to be here, showcase what we do, and for new players to showcase what they do as well. So hopefully, as an industry, we get to work together for the common good. As an organisation, we actually exhibit at quite a number of business shows, not just the Financial Professional Show. But what sets this show apart, I suppose, is the concentration of people we can do business with. They are here to do a business, we are able to help them, and therefore you have a focal point as an exhibitor is important because you know you're going to get good business from that particular show.
Rob Jupp, CEO of Brightstar. Well, you know what, it gets more competitive all the time in this wonderful sector of ours. The specialist community is alive with opportunity, with innovation, and stuff like our technology platform that you see here today in Technicolor is so important. And what we've got to try and do is to make it far easier for intermediaries to work with businesses like ours and make it more straightforward for people to transact business quicker, faster, with a better outcomes for their customers. Well, you know what, there's a number of sectors in the specialist market that experience some really big growth at the moment. The standout ones have to be development finance, which is really attractive at the moment, very good returns, a replacement for bank lending. Short-term finance continues to be the powerhouse driving the specialist lending market. The second charge market is moving at a rate of knots and past £1 billion per annum. The specialist mortgage market, again, is doing lots of numbers, is innovating. Big banks are coming and replicating. So the whole specialist piece is doing really well. But if you're going to single one area out that's growing possibly faster than the others at the moment, I have to say development finance. So what we're hoping to get out of this particular show, the FP Show 2015, is we want to talk to more intermediaries that perhaps have heard of us but haven't used us before. So we get a chance to meet people on a one-to-one basis. We can show them in an environment maybe where they're comfortable, why they should use Brightstar, and then just give them enough to go, yeah, well that's good. And then when they go back to their office, we can get our team of business development managers to come and show them the many, many reasons why they should use us. So it's great to meet a lot of our friends, our hundreds of friends out there. We've got a lot of our lender panel here today, so it's a good opportunity to catch up on probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of networking. But actually, there will be brokers there that will use our business for the first time as a result of this show today, and that's really, really important. So I think trade shows like the FP show play a hugely important role, but they have to keep reinventing themselves and they have to keep being really relevant to their target marketplace, mortgage intermediaries, financial professionals. And these will only be relevant and effective as long as they can do that. So the attendance here today looks really, really encouraging. I think they've had 1,600 people through the door, which will be a record for just the third year of these events. But these events will get bigger, the amount of people that will attend will get larger if they can continue to be relevant and move with the pace of the market, and that's really difficult. But I think they can do it, I really do. There are a number of things that set the Finance Professional show apart from some of their competition. All of the shows have their USPs, and some are better than others in certain ways. But where this works really, really well is this targets people who are serious about the specialist lending market in the UK. They're not here to talk about protection or life assurance or pensions. They're here to talk about financing unique situations, be it property, be it cash flow finance, be it car vehicle finance. Very, very specific towards the finance professionals in the UK that target those particular markets. And actually what it means is you get the type of people that we want to work with as a business here today in large numbers.
I'm Gary Trott, I'm the Chief Executive of Credit4. We're a new growth lender for UK SMEs. What we were hoping to do today was to meet some new people, to see some brokers that we know, to meet our friends in the market, to network and to meet some new people, get our message across and tell people about the business. The other trade shows that we've done this year were the NACFB Expo in Birmingham, the NEC. Yeah, it was good. It was a slightly different focus. It was more broker-led. Here you get a slightly broader range of finance professionals, which is good for speaking and getting your message across. Yeah, okay. Right. Want to try again? Well, the other shows we've done this year were the NACFB Expo, and compared to this, it was a little bit more broker focused. So this has given us more opportunity to meet a broader range of finance professionals, which has been really key for us in getting our message across and what we do, being a new business. Trade shows are really important in the market today. There's a real need for educating SMEs. So trade shows like this are absolute paramount importance. You can't necessarily get your message across just using literature and mail shots. You need to speak to people, which is why these type of trade shows are so important. I've just enjoyed the amount of people that have been here and people's general sort of attitude and what they're here to do. They're clearly here to do business. They're here to see who else is in the market. It's just been a really nice atmosphere. Yeah, I went to one seminar, the first seminar on finance platforms. I think it's interesting when you get senior people from that side of the market. It's always interesting to hear what they've got to say. It keeps you up to date with development. So it was an interesting hours seminar, absolutely.